Today we're going to draw a mummy. He was one of the scariest monsters when I was a little kid watching. Just something about him really bothered me. We're going to put your paper up and down, and then we're going to start right about here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw his nose. So we're going to go take a line and go kind of down like that, and then back in, and then around. Now remember, he's all bandaged up with bandages, so we're not going to be able to see much. We'll put his eye right here. We'll put a little circle on his eye. And then we're going to just bring his head up and over. And we'll put a couple little bandages that are coming loose. And then we'll bring it back to his neck and then out to his shoulder. Then we'll go under his neck and we'll kind of bring his chest down. We'll stop right there, because right here we're going to start his arm. And we're going to have that arm coming out. You know how the mummy does. It kind of keeps his arm out in front of him. So we're going to put his hands all bandaged up so we can't see his fingers. And then we're going to put a couple little tape places where the bandages are coming loose from the mummy. We'll put those like that and then bring it up to the rest of the arm. And kind of bring it up like so. Then we're going to do the other arm. We'll start in mid-chest. Bring it out and kind of do the same thing with the other. His hands all bandaged up so you can't see any fingers. And then we'll just kind of make kind of a ragged line there again, because he's a mummy. Some of his bandages or mummy tapes coming off. Excuse my voice, it's kind of rough. And then we'll finish up his arm. And then we're going to go down for his back, about like so. Put another couple little bandages coming off and then round it around. Then we're going to go back about under his chest, under his arm. And then we're going to bring a line down. And then we're going to bring it out. And this is going to be his front leg. Actually, the leg on the other side, because he's kind of walking. So we're going to bring that out, make it out to a foot. It's going to be looking real skinny from here. And then we're going to pull it back like this. And then we're going to pull it back. Then we're going to go down here and put the bottom of his foot. That's why his foot was so skinny a while ago. Then we'll go right at the end of that one, kind of bring it up just a little bit, and then we're going to go down for the other leg, which will be the leg closest to us, then back. And then we'll go out frontwards to make his foot, and then we'll go back, and then up, and we'll make some of those bandages coming loose again. Then we'll go up, and then we'll connect it up to his back. Now we're going to make some bandages. First we'll go to the bottom of his foot. We'll put some bandages on the top of his foot, bring some bandages, and they kind of wrap around his foot. Just lines, pretty easy to do. And we'll do up at his leg, and then maybe have one go over just along the edge a little bit, then put another one down in here, because he is wrapped up with bandages from top to bottom. Maybe put a little one here that kind of goes over the back of his foot, where the bandage is coming off, and then maybe put a little one there so they're a little closer together than we originally did. And then we'll go back up to his head where we left those bandages kind of coming off, and we'll run those around and grab the other edge of it and bring that up, and that's kind of bandage his head. And then we'll go under his eye, because we'll have his eye, we can see his eye, so that's not bandages, but we'll run it up. And then we'll run that bandage up like so, maybe another one down like that, another one like that, maybe go at the top of his head. And we'll take this one where it was going over, and we'll kind of run it up here, because these bandages are all crisscrossing. So he's bandaged one way to the other. So just draw a few lines, and you can kind of do this any way you want. You can either follow me or do your own bandage scheme. And then we'll draw that one and kind of back over his neck. Then we'll go up to his nose, and we'll bring a bandage there. Looks like he's smiling, but it's really just a bandage over his mouth. And then kind of have one come down where it's bandaging over his nose. We'll go down to his chest, and we'll draw some bandages going around there. These are just kind of wrapping around. Then we'll go over to his hand, and remember his fingers are all bandaged up, so we'll draw some bandages so on his hands and kind of take one a different way. Then another one that way. And we'll just put bandages. We'll spend more time doing bandages than we did drawing him, so bandages everywhere. And just keep going one way and then the other so the bandages are kind of twisted over each other just to make sure they don't come loose, which they are a little bit, as we know. And we'll bandage up the rest of his arm, one this way and then another that way. Go around his hand, the other arm, and we'll start bandaging that arm. There's where we got one going, it's coming loose, so we'll kind of draw lines to that. Do the same thing on the other one. And this back one back here, do the same thing. Now we'll go down here and kind of do some little crisscross ones that go different directions. A little here, a little there. Bandage up his shoulder, rest of his arm. I'll start around his waist where that one we had the bandage is coming loose. And there again, we'll just kind of run lines everywhere. We'll go up his leg that's on the back side. Make some of them a little crisscrossy looking. And go back around his waist. And we got this one where those little line didn't match up. That's going to be a bandage too. Then we'll draw some more kind of going this way. Then we'll go another one a different way. And do that other leg, which is actually the one that's close to us. Grab those little places where we had it going on and make sure we run lines to those, so those bandages covered. And we'll run some other little lines that kind of go this way and that. We'll get down to his ankle. We'll do the bottom of his foot too. We didn't do that a while ago. Now we'll kind of run those bandages around his foot. Then make one around his ankle. Finish that ankle up. So that's your mummy. Now you can color him pretty much any way you want. I'll put a couple little lines here to show that he's walking. It's kind of some little motion lines that we do a lot of cartoons. And he's a little wobbly, so he's kind of shaking all over as he walks and drags that foot. So that's it. You can color him up like I did or some other way. And there you have your mummy.